Wow, I was slow on that. What's going on, guys? What is up, guys? It is Wednesday, 7:30-ish, of course, and we're now 7:40-ish. But it is the Geek Saga. Huh?
I'm sorry.
Well, no, it was actually this time. Well, actually, no. You know what? It still is your fault because I ended up going and clicking on that story that you wanted me to read, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Which to David's credit, that's a fair point. It's a fair point.
Okay, all right.
We'll get there.
We'll take it.
We'll get there.
All right, we will. Okay, so guys, you see a face on this screen that you haven't seen in a while, which is Dennis. Dennis, welcome back to the show. It's been a while.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, well, got to have you on for our last show of the year, which, if you guys don't know it, it is our last show of the year because next week is Christmas, and it falls on a Wednesday?
Thursday.
Yeah. Close enough. But we're
middle
all
of the week
doing something Christmas Eve. Two of us are Mexican, and, Christmas Eve is a kind of a big thing in most Mexican houses. I don't know, Dennis, is it a big thing over there in the white people land?
Depends on what kind of white people.
Okay, how about
for some white people, it's a very big deal. For other white people, not so much.
Well, how about for Scottish?
Well, since most of Scotland is either Catholic or Church of England, yes, Christmas is a big deal.
So Christmas Day, though, not Christmas Eve. Although there is the Christmas midnight.
Oh no, Christmas Day is the big day for those. Yes, Christmas Day. Christmas Eve is usually more for like the initial gathering of the family and so on and so forth. I much prefer Hispanic Christmas Eve. Let's just eat everything Christmas Eve. Let's get fat and happy Christmas morning. We can have whatever's in your stocking. The presents are done,
Hell yeah.
Plus atole and champurrado and, tamales.
Oh, dude.
Can't get that anywhere else, man.
This is true. Dude, listen, Dennis is Mexican, man.
You can't get that at some Mexican houses.
No, I just have only dated exclusively Hispanic women, so.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
So you could say they've rubbed off on
you. Yeah, somewhat.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Unwrap that for Christmas, guys. Unwrap that.
Well, guys, if you've never watched our show before, it is two salty veterans, myself and David, who are huge geeks, and we love talking about all this crazy stuff that's under the geek sun. And our lost salty vet tech, Dennis, and it's great to have us all three of us together because it's always fun whenever all three of us get together because we all have kind of the same mindset. We're all within the same age range, so we all know pretty much everything.
Don't lump us up with you. We ain't old like you.
I was going to say almost everything.
Well, it's also, okay, fine, whatever. But also, it is our Christmas show, so I'm going to start the show right by, first of all, you can see that my lights are going up. Oh, excuse me. I have a little Christmas tree that's over here on this side, on top of our Geek Saga sign. And also, I have another surprise. Santa's little helper. Oh yeah, look at that.
Where's the little part?
Hey,
yeah, David, I need you to. Oh, Jags! I need you to smack him when you see him again.
Oh, I will.
Woo, yeah.
Bro, you should have just got the red costume and a fucking beard. Flashing that trunk at us.
Hey, you know what? I got my shirt. I'm happy.
No, you made Dennis sick. It's allergic to your bullshit.
I've been over here with it for a long time, so it's okay.
Oh man.
Oh man. But yeah, so I had to get festive. I had to get the Santa. This is not even so much Santa. It's more of a.
It's very elf.
Yeah, I'm an elf.
Yeah, very elf.
I was gonna get a hat, but I couldn't find one. Walmart ran out of those things, I guess. But oh god,
If I would have known you were going to be a nerd, I would have sent you my elf ears that I got at the Renaissance Fair.
Oh, that would have been good.
Wear those things the whole show. I don't
Oh
care.
yeah,
That would have been
wear
good.
them in uniform on Christmas Day.
Oh my god, that would be great. Yes. I don't think anybody would have probably noticed. That's
Nah,
a sad
probably
thing.
not.
Wait a minute, you guys have to work Christmas Day?
Oh, well, no.
Yeah, the base is open Christmas Eve
Yeah.
and Christmas Day.
No, I mean, but like you guys, do either of you?
I go in on Christmas Eve and I'll be there Christmas Day.
Sorry, man.
I leave Christmas Eve, so I
Yeah,
have
he gets
Christmas Day
Christmas Eve
off.
off.
I just get Christmas Day off, and then I got to get back up here.
Yeah, but you get home in time for the champurrado and the atole.
Well, unfortunately,
He's right.
I won't be having the champurrado. So, but I will have tamales, so I'm pretty
But
excited.
if you
about
eat bad enough, you will have the chorroado.
that. Dude, you better believe. Oh my God, it's bad.
That's only if you let anybody white make it.
Yeah. Well, actually, so what was the name of the freaking market? Cardenas. It's a market. It's a Mexican market that's close to the house. There's a lot of them apparently.
I was gonna say pick one.
Yeah. They actually make champurrado ready in a bag. All you do is heat and pour.
That's how you know it's authentic, because it's in a bag.
Yeah, it's in bag. You're just all like, all right, I got a bag of this stuff, and then you pour it out and you add a little bit of milk and it's good. It's actually good. I've had it before. So you know what? I might actually have it again this year. So I may have champurrado. Then I will have the chorros.
You're gonna have chorro either way.
Either way,
Yeah.
I'm gonna borrow from Dennis's side, and me and my brother are gonna drink eggnog with rum in it. So.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm gonna just go for the non-alcoholic champurrado.
Oh, you can put a little bit of tequila in it.
No, still, I can't. I don't do that. But even if I could, I couldn't because I got to still be sober for work and all that other stuff. Yeah, I can't do it.
You just said you're off the next day.
No, I'm driving up the next day because I'm driving back. Because I don't know how the traffic's going to be on that day, the day after Christmas.
And you're driving back up here on Christmas?
The day after.
I don't think you're going to hit any traffic because they're all going to be coming the other way.
I don't know, man. That grapevine can get stupid. That's the problem.
This time of year, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So
I can remember getting snowed in on the grapevine a couple of times.
Oh, dude. Like having to really watch the news reports to make sure that it's open so I could travel it is just it's annoying.
Bad.
But anyways, all right. I don't think you guys want to hear about us and the grapevine and chorro and I mean, well, actually, Lupe usually like if we say enough like toilet talk, he appears for some reason. But he has
That's true.
Yeah.
Like he's like what's his name? Beetlejuice.
Like,
you said enough times and he appears,
Exactly. But guys, this year has been actually a really great year for a lot of different things. We've had a lot of great affiliates that we've now been part of as far as like affiliate programs, a lot of great people that we met, a lot of great products that we've tried, and we have kind of narrowed it down to a couple. I want to start off because I actually have the product right here with our newest one, which is Colazo or Cafe Colazo, which they have some great coffee, and David will definitely attest to this because we've both tried it. We've tried the Rocket Bean and the French Press Auto right there. Which, David, what was your take on the coffee?
They were good, man. I think I really enjoyed the Rocket Beans. It had a great mellow flavor. It smelled like coffee when you brewed it. The French Press was a little weak in comparison, flavor-wise, in comparison. I think that the Rocket Beans was way better in flavor.
So the Rocket Bean is their medium, and then the French Press Auto is their light roast.
Yeah.
So this one I got more caffeine from. This one did have a little bit more flavor to it. The fourth night is still the dark. It's the dark roast, which we haven't tried, but it's recommended to use it as a cold brew. So I think we're gonna have to try that because we have a cold brew maker here. So, but guys, check them out. Go on to our link tree, and the link is actually there. I put it up today, which will send you straight to them. And then when you check out, use the code Geek Power, and that'll get you 10% off of your purchase. And yeah, they ship it out pretty quick. This box right here is their sampler, so you can get all three of them at a great price too. 10% off. I think it comes out to like $40 for all three of them. That's not bad.
And cold brew tip for you guys.
All right.
So it's very, very popular in, I believe it's Korea right now. But if you get the little jugs of banana milk and you pour it in your cold brew, it's supposed to be quite tasty.
I don't like banana, but
Well,
that was just
never mind. For the viewers.
Yeah. And welcome the first time Comic Geeks and More to our show. I'm glad you're on. Comic Geek and More is they're on Instagram over there, and check them out. They actually just befriended us, and yeah. But yeah, so that's one of ours. The other one, which I forgot to bring the bags in here because we have the bags, but we're big on caffeine. If you guys don't know that, me and David are definitely huge on caffeine because one, we're in the military and we live off of this stuff. Two, coffee is obviously like a great alternative to the energy drinks that we normally drink, and I've actually stayed off of it up until today. So I'm sad to say I broke my streak of 3 weeks today. I didn't have a chance to actually make my coffee because somebody started their stupid little teapot, and I couldn't plug my coffee maker in because otherwise I'd blow the fuse, because that numbnuts blew the fuse yesterday, and I couldn't drink my coffee. I was not a happy camper 2 days in a row. So
I wonder who that was.
Yeah, you could only.
Well, I know it wasn't me, but I take offense to the tea slander.
Well, look, if you like to drink tea, if you're a teetotaler, go for whatever.
That's not what that word means, but okay.
I know what it means. Oh, I know what it means, but I'm referring to the person that was over here. But anyways, guys, a lot of the stuff is focused around coffee. The other great company that we actually have been drinking is also Pop Culture Coffee, which is Kyle and Dan over there. You guys are great. Love the product. We have the Ninja Turtle set. We've gone through 2 of the bags, and we're down to the 2 bags, which is James. Did you see his comment over there on Instagram? The OG.
No, I didn't.
Sorry, I had a drink. But check them out, guys. Pop Culture Coffee is a great brand. They've got a Ninja Turtle set. They've got a Star Trek brand. They have, I think it was Return of the Living Dead cans, and they also have Ghostbusters. They've got a lot of great IPs right now. They're trying to work on more, and so check them out, guys, at their website, which is officialpopculturecoffee.com. And yeah, check them out. So with that, let's see. We might lose Dennis right now because what's Eugene's shirt? He's like, he says like I'm Christmas Loki.
Right? Yeah, you don't want to know. Awful.
I'm making Dennis sicker.
I wish I could see the Instagram comments. It's a shame.
Yeah, you have to actually open up. It's pain.
Well, yeah, but I've already got
I
2 screens going right now, so.
I usually open Instagram and then join the live from my personal account. That's how I keep track of the comments.
All right, so let's kick off. We've gotten our coffee, caffeine, what do you call it, sponsors or affiliates out of the way. We are going to move on to, which I have to do this. And we lost Dennis, of course. That's what I said was going to happen.
Oh, no.
Oh, but we still hear him. I got to kill the elves. Kill the elves. Boom. Wait. There we go. Nope. Dude, you never did a Ulanzi one, did you? That's all right. Whatever.
We did have one.
Did we? We had one, but what happened to it?
I don't know. I had them set up for every single one of them.
That's weird. I don't know which one. All right. Anyways, so Ulanzi is a great company, and we use a lot of their products. We use things like their lights, which is not this light here or the ones behind me, but the ones that I have at home are great. They have all kinds of little features to them. And then on top of that, they don't just make the lights, but they also make stands. They make arms that are like, as you can see right there, that hold your camera. But we've had them for the last year, and they've been a great company. They've got great customer service. If you have a problem with your stuff, they're quick to respond and quick to replace. So we love their products. Use them. Click on the link in our bio on Instagram on the link tree. Excuse me. It'll take you straight to their website. Obviously, when you purchase from them, it helps us out. So please purchase their products. And we stand by them because we use a lot of them. Next, we've got Renegade Game Studios, which is a great company when it comes to board games. Guys, holidays are here. It might be too late to order them because, Christmas slows down all the what do you call it? The mail. But who knows? Try. These would be great games to have on Christmas Day to play because obviously you're going to have family coming over. You got to do something, right? Well, if your family is into D&D 5th edition, they're going to love the RPGs. And if not, they got deck builders. And they've got Transformers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, My Little Pony, and tons more. But check them out, guys, because they're a great company. Again, click on the affiliate link that's in our Instagram link tree. It'll take you straight to them. Purchase from them. Help us out, please. Next, we've got one of our favorites, one of our absolute favorites, which is Kraken. Legendary legendary
supplements.
Legendary sluts, huh?
Oh, God. Randy, I'm sorry. He had his first energy drink today. He's not in it.
You will find on Figueroa. Sorry. But here you will find legendary supplements, which makes the great product Kraken. And if you want an energy, not an energy drink, but a focus drink, something that's going to get you pinpoint accurate when it comes to doing your stuff, it helps to block out everything else. This is the drink for you. We've only showing 2 of the flavors, but they have now got 3 flavors, which was sour grape. What was it? Sour grape punch or something like that. God, I wish Randy was here to help me out on that. But guys, the 2 that are right here, which is Blizzard Mojito and Kickin' Mango Punch or Kickin' Mango Peach.
Yeah, Eugene does need 3 Kraken right now.
I do. I'm so off, man. But guys, check them out. They're a great company. Randy, we've been with Randy since they were 3 months old as far as their company, and we're still going strong with them. We're pushing their product all the time. We are giving away samples at LA Comic-Con, and at the next events that we are going to be going to, we'll still have more samples so you guys can check them out. But if you go onto the link tree, click on the link, or even just go onto their website, which is legendarysubs.com, and use Geek Saga 77 as your code when you check out, you're going to get a 10% discount off on your purchase. So check them out, guys. We highly recommend them. Again, we don't just talk about the products. We highly recommend a lot of these products because it's something we've used or continue to use, and this is definitely something we use and continue to use. It's a great product. Man, I'm off today. Next, we've got Movo. Movo is another great company, and the microphone that you're hearing me on, which is this web microphone. It's round. It looks like an eyeball, but it's a great microphone, and we do use this microphone along with our other microphones. The microphone that you see on the screen right there, I do have on a boom mic at home whenever I'm home to use my studio there. But also at LA Comic Con and other events, we've used the other microphones that they have that are XLR cabled microphones. Guys, it's a great company. Their products are amazing. We've used their lavaliers, which we still use them quite a bit now. And they're, again, another one of those that if you have an issue with any of your products, they're quick to respond and they're quick to send out. So click on the link that's in our bio that's labeled Movo. Head over there, purchase from them, and it's going to help us out. So, guys, there you go. That is, oh, wait, should we? Yes, we were going to talk about this last one because it is a friend of ours, which is for Alex, Donna, Nick, and Rob over at Watchers TCG. Check out their game. It's a great game. Got it right here. Also have the mat. Also have other cards. It's a deck builder also. And they have, as you can see right there, they have the starter pack, which is the starter set right here. And then they have booster packs. Boom, right at the bottom of the screen. Check out their website, which is watcherstcg.com, and purchase their product. Let them know that we sent you, and they'll say thank you. That's all I could ask. Nothing else, but they'll say thank you. But they're great, a bunch of great people. We got to meet them over at LA Comic Con, hung out with them for a while, did some videos and stuff, and posted those things up. So great people, great company, love them. I think that is it. Oh, we got to bring Dennis back. Which one was it? Yes, there we go. All right. Whew. Blew through that really quick because we've got a lot of stuff tonight. And we're going to just have fun, guys, because it is our last one for the year. And it is Christmas time. I mean, shoot. Christmas is what, 10 days? Less than 10 days?
8 days?
8 days?
Yep.
Man, yeah. 8 days away. Holy crap, dude. Are you guys done with all your Christmas shopping?
I haven't even done.
Oh, gee. Really?
Well, I mean, I guess I should say it's not that I haven't done it; it's I can't do it. I don't have any money.
I hear that.
Same.
It's been tight. Like this year's been, I don't know what it is, man, but the end of the year it's like, damn, it's tight.
Yeah.
So it's rough. I know. But Christmas is 8 days away, dude. Can't believe it. All right. Anyways, let's see. We are going to move on to our first segment, which is, as always, a segment that we love to do because it takes us down nostalgia lane. That is... This Week in Geek History. Dude, The Simpsons premiered this week back in 89.
Now, do we consider this to be premiere of the show or the very first episode that was on Tracy Ullman?
This is the premiere of the show.
The show.
Yeah, because the first Simpsons was, I think it was like her third episode or something like that.
Oh, I can't remember, but I know that there was a little bit of a gap there when they were still doing the shorts on the Tracy Ullman show versus when the show itself started.
Yeah, I believe the very first short from them was when they went to the where they were getting shocked. It was shock therapy.
Yes.
And they went there as a family. So
yes.
I remember that. So, but this series, guys, this series has been going on for 37 years, right? Math right?
Yeah, because I was about 10. Yeah, we were about 10 when I came on the show. Yeah.
This is the longest running television show and longest running animated series ever.
And it doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon either.
Well, and honestly, I think that's part of the beauty of a show like this is that it will never run out of subject matter to satirize, because it's very much fueled by whatever is current in pop culture, whatever is current in the news, whatever world events are going on. There's always going to be something that Matt Groening can take and weave into the storyline, even if it's just one episode.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, I think that's part of the reason why the show has had the longevity that it has, because of the fact that he's got literally the whole world to base material off of.
Well, and let me correct before somebody else says something or whatever, but this has been the longest running American sitcom. Because we also have Doctor Who, which has been the longest running show. But yeah, you're right. And I mean, there's been so many subjects that they've hit on the show itself, and doing the whole satirization of it. Is that right? Did I use that word right?
Mm-hmm. You did.
But the crazy thing is, this thing has won.
For once.
It won it. For once, thanks. Thank you. Jeez. But this thing won its first Emmy in '90 for Outstanding Animated Program, which is nuts. That within a year it already won an Emmy. Yeah. So, but I would say that this is definitely stamped it. I mean, like, sealed its spot in pop culture forever.
Oh, absolutely. And honestly, if it weren't for shows like The Simpsons, we would never have Family Guy. We would never have, a lot of those Adult Swim shows, mm-hmm. Mainly just because of the fact that while they may not have been as racy as like South Park or something like that, they pushed the boundaries of what, cartoons were doing, which is weird because when you think about it, a lot of those old Bugs Bunny and Tom and Jerry cartoons, they were super violent. But nobody saw it that way because it's cartoons. It's not, it's not people. It's a cat and a mouse or what have you. So.
Yeah, but you hit it. Oh, go ahead, David. Sorry.
I was gonna say there's a lot of those old Looney Tune cartoons that don't even show up on the WB or the
no.
What is it called? Max.
Yeah.
Now they don't show up on Max because they're deemed like not safe for public watching. One of my favorite episodes was the one where Daffy's pretending to be Hitler, and you got all the freaking. It's black and white, and there's a bunch of like propaganda in the background.
Yeah.
They're showing you how bad it was supposed to have been. At the same time, he's like straight up Hitler. Like.
Yeah. Great. Oh, and I mean, there's all kinds of references to things that nowadays would be considered extremely racial. A lot of blackface references in cartoons and stuff like that. But again, they made it much more omnipresent because it was a family, quote unquote, all American family in a any town USA. Mm-hmm. That it changed people's perspectives. Not only that, but at the time, I mean, again, nowadays, I'm sure a lot of people probably see it as an issue, but the whole dynamic of Bart and Homer, I mean, literally, he's poking this kid in some of the episodes, which I don't know. I would imagine they probably have taken that out of the show now. It's been a minute since I've watched some of the newer episodes, but I know he'll still threaten. But yeah, I mean, you see stuff like that, and it was relatable because I think most of us, I think I can speak for the three of us here. We got a shoe upside the head a couple of times for doing stupid shit.
We got beat
from across the room. Hey, when you're done drinking out of that water hose, bring it here so I can smack you with it.
You're right.
Yep.
Yep.
So actually, our PTSD is not from anything in the military. It's actually from our childhood.
From our childhood, yep.
But you have to remember, the PTSD was made worse by the Army. That's why it's covered.
Oh, I have no excuse then.
Yours is just, it's already present, man. You don't have to worry about it. Ours is just a reason to get it paid for.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next one, which is Scarface. This movie, classic movie.
I already hear you switching to your fake Mexican accent. I hear it.
I just said classic.
This movie, classic.
This movie is a classic. Oh,
I thought I put Blood In, Blood Out on. I heard some fake Spanish in the background.
We're not doing Blood In and Blood Out, so I'm not bringing out the East LA. All right, jeez.
Okay, which real quick, whoever decided to use that bumper on your Instagram, hell yeah, dude, that was great.
Wait, which bumper?
Oh you God. Got one of you posted a Leon. Yeah,
oh.
with Miklo rolling the tires, dude. That was great.
I saw that and I was all like, "Oh, dude, I gotta throw that up there." I was like, "Hell yeah!"
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh man, I was like trying to figure out what were you talking. But dude, this movie is a complete classic. 1983 Scarface. I mean, what can we say about this movie?
Well,
this is peak Chino, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And what's funny is that he has done so many other things since then, but that's like, I guarantee that's one of the first, if not the first role that people will say that they liked Pacino in is this movie, playing Tony Montana. Yeah, that's absolutely would be considered his top role.
Oh yeah. I think in my lifetime I could think of two other movies, and they would be Heat and The Recruit. Is that the one with Colin Farrell?
Yeah.
Or no, it's
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah.
He plays like an FBI agent, and he trains Colin Farrell, and then you find out that he's the dirty FBI agent. I don't know. It's crazy. It's a really good movie.
So it's like good. Training Day.
Yeah.
Only better.
Prior to this, the funny thing is that prior to this movie, he was Serpico.
Yeah, that's true.
So he went from cop to drug dealer.
The drug dealer. Yeah.
Yeah. But this movie is far more ingrained in our, in our minds and everything else, because this movie was like, what's one of the most famous lines from this movie?
Depends on who you're talking to.
Hello to my little friend.
Okay, so then, David, what were you going to think? What were you thinking?
Like I said, it just depends on who you're talking to. Like, different people like different parts of the movie. I know one guy who cannot go a day without saying, like, I ain't no fucking cockroach. You know what I mean? Like, he just I don't know, man. Or you know what a cop is? It's a pig that don't fly straight. Like, he can't not quote a bunch of these movie lines, dude. So,
but
my brother's 2 years younger than me. He watched this movie every day for a year.
That's nuts. That is nuts. But so this movie was directed by Brian De Palma, and it was written by Oliver Stone. The crazy thing about this is that Oliver Stone wrote this screenplay while he was trying to overcome his own cocaine addiction. I read that, I was like, that's
which
nuts.
I think it lends it some credence in the way Pacino played the character. He's sitting at the desk, that iconic scene where he's sitting at the desk and he's got these mountains of coke in front of him, and you can't, it doesn't come across verbally, but you can just see like the look on his face that he knows that this is going to be the end of him, but at the same time he can't break himself away.
Yep.
Not only because of the addiction, but the money, because he's accumulated all this wealth and power from selling it.
Yeah. So here's another crazy thing is that De Niro was actually offered this part before Pacino.
Yeah. It's funny. I think about that. I don't know if the movie would have been as good, not taking anything away from De Niro, but I don't know if it would have been as good. Because Pacino plays the more and I'm going to say this, and somebody out there's probably going to get a little bit hot about it, but Pacino plays kind of that dirty Cuban vibe, where De Niro is more of that like smooth Italian gangster, you know?
Yep.
That's just my feeling on it.
I honestly wouldn't. I can't see De Niro playing Cuban.
Yeah.
Even though when he was younger, he looked. Even then, he still had. If you remember him from Taxi Driver, he still had the New Yorker. You know,
Travis Bickle. I mean, yeah, we could go down a rabbit hole on that movie.
But as far as this, Pacino took it.
But even if you don't like think about the whole like Cuban vibe, the person that Pacino comes across as on screen, you know, he's got the over the top, the loud, the grit in his voice. There's just a lot to him that lent itself well to being a coke addict, to being this guy who's spiraling the whole movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he goes from being like this smooth talking, like, hey, what are you doing kind of guy to hoo-ah! And then he gets loud and you get your classic Pacino like screams and stuff. So
yeah,
I don't know. I think it just lends itself well to the character.
Yeah. Great movie. If you guys haven't watched it, get out there. Definitely you should see it at least once. Don't see it every day of the year, but you know, see it once.
Don't skip the chainsaw scene.
And if nothing else, this movie has ingrained itself in pop culture. We saw a huge resurgence in the mid to late 90s hip hop. Like they were all about Scarface, man. All of these music artists were modeling themselves. They're giving themselves nicknames.
Yep.
You know, so I think this is going to be one of those movies that every so often it's just going to kind of come back and it's going to have a little run of popularity and then it'll simmer a little bit and then it comes, you know, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. All right, moving on to the next one, which is A Few Good Men.
One of my favorite movies ever, man.
Dude, this was another amazing movie. And all the actors in this movie, like, nobody played a bad part. Everybody was awesome.
And even your, like, one-time couple-minute actors in the movie, they're not nobodies. Like, Cuba Gooding Jr. is in the background. Noah Weil from ER is in the background. Just every single person in this movie is like, holy shit, that guy's in this movie? I never saw him in this movie. Like, if you've ever played 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, this is the launching point. Use this movie and you'll never lose a round.
Absolutely.
You'll never lose a round.
This was an amazing movie. It was actually adapted from an Aaron Sorkin's stage play. Which is crazy to think that it was a stage play, and then it was adapted into a movie, and it was this amazing. And here's another crazy thing: is Rob Reiner directed this movie. So he went from this movie, prior to this was Misery, and then you got A Few Good Men. Rob Reiner has an amazing collection of movies that he's directed, but it also shows his range of movies because he can do that freaking psycho scary type movie of Misery to A Few Good Men to what was Sleepless in Seattle.
All this from the guy who played Meathead on Archie Bunker.
Exactly. So it's amazing the chops that Rob Reiner has. Again, like Dennis said, he went from being this like guy who was called Meathead and was funny. He's actually really funny, to being this amazing director that has such a range that I don't think there was anything he couldn't direct. And most of his movies were, if they weren't like the mega hits like A Few Good Men or Misery, they were still really good and accepted by everybody.
Yeah.
You could feel it. He puts himself into the movie. So yeah, sorry. I like Rob Reiner.
I freaking hated Tom. Like to this day, I'm not a Tom Cruise fan. I watched this movie originally because Jack Nicholson was in it. And I remember coming back to it because of Nicholson's performance. But I mean, it's not just him. I mean, Demi Moore, Kiefer Sutherland, Kevin Bacon. I had just watched Sleepers? No. Which is the movie where they're all like
Flatliners.
Flatliners. I had just watched that and then seen this not long after, and I was just like, dude, these guys can do no wrong, man. And then I had saw Lost Boys at the same time, so I was like, dude, keep your
Lost Boys is right in the middle of that. Yep.
I was like, this dude's on a roll. He's killing it until they made him Snake, and then I was like, you fucked up, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Kiefer was on it. Kiefer was like primed to become the new leading actor in Hollywood, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
So this movie earned 4 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, and Jack Nicholson's famous line, "You can't handle the truth," has become one of the most quoted film in history. That one line has truly, I would say that this line and then, what's the next movie? Yep, the next movie that we're going to go into have 2 of the most iconic lines to come out of film and is quoted even to this day. So, the next movie, and I'm sorry, David, I know you said you don't like Tom Cruise, but
oh no, I share David's hate.
I don't hate Tom Cruise. I just don't really care for him, and he's the same dude in all his movies. Like,
I don't know, because in this one, Jerry Maguire, which was released in '96, which not too long after freaking A Few Good Men, which in between this, I think it was Minority Report was next. What else did he have? Because Tom Cruise was on a major role leading up to this movie, Jerry Maguire, which again has one of the most iconic lines to be said and is still being said to this day, which is that picture right there, or if you guys are not looking at it, but the picture that's on there is when he's on the phone with Cuba Gooding Jr. saying, "Show me the money." That's now ingrained in pop culture as one of the best lines, along with.
It's true. It is. It is. For better or for worse.
Yeah. But I know, I'm sure, David, you didn't see this movie.
I saw this movie.
You did?
I've seen a lot of Tom Cruise movies. I'm not saying I haven't watched them. I just saying I don't go to the movies because Tom Cruise is in them. Like, if it's not Legend or A Few Good Men, if he's in it, okay, I guess I'll see it. But those are the only 2 movies I put in my VCR and watch them on tape.
Oh, yes, really?
Yeah, I have them both on VHS.
Yeah. See, I think that one, and no, I think you're right, David. Those 2. Yeah. Solid.
That's right.
So this film was also nominated for 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. So Tom Cruise he's been in several movies that have all been nominated for Academy Awards and Best Picture and that stuff. He didn't win, but this was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s big breakout because he won for Best Supporting Actor.
Best Supporting, yeah.
Which was insane. But I mean, he was yelling, "Show me the money," and they did. They showed him the money.
The only other part of this movie that stood out for me was, and obviously I know it's not Cuba Gooding Jr. doing it, but the handstand spin, that was pretty sick.
Yep, doing the 1990. That's what they call that.
Yeah. Oh, is that what that's called? Oh,
yeah, it's a 1990. And if you do it with 2 hands, it's a 2000. And if you do it on your elbow, it's a 3000.
Oh, dang.
Little breakdancing knowledge for you guys.
Thank you for that dancing knowledge.
You're welcome. You'll never be able to do it because I can't do it no more.
Yeah.
I never was able to do it. I never will. I will not attempt to kill myself like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, find yourself in the hospital with broken vertebra.
Or in the Olympics, like Reagan.
You know what's crazy is that she's gonna go down in pop culture history.
Dude, she's a Call of Duty emote.
No.
Yep. She's a Call of Duty emote.
You can literally do the little dolphin thing on Call of Duty, like after you kill somebody.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude. Like, there's a whole like 5-second dance that they pulled from the clip and turned it into an emote.
I'm surprised they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't have her do the.
I think that's right at the beginning. She does the little bunny hop, and then she falls backwards, does the little hand things, and then she does the little V ups, and then he gets back up, and you go back into the game.
Oh damn!
Yep. Talk about someone saying, "Show me the money, dude." Took advantage of the Olympics.
Seriously, like I think I saw an article that she stopped being sad and upset about yeah, of course she stopped being sad and upset. People are paying her now to just, can I do your stupid dance?
Sure.
There we go. Yeah.
Go figure.
That's pretty much it, man, for this week in Geek history. I mean, this week celebrates classic entries across animation, crime, drama, and romantic comedies, from a witty satire from The Simpsons to dramatic intensity of Scarface and A Few Good Men, and a heartfelt journey of Jerry Maguire. These stories remain timeless in geek culture. So, guys, that is this week in geek history. And with that,
just so you know, I know pages of A Few Good Men, like by heart, pages of that movie. I know every single line Jack Nicholson speaks in that movie.
That's just sad. I'm just saying.
I liked his performance in that movie even more than I liked him as the Joker, and that's saying something.
Dude, and his Joker was amazing. That was a great Joker.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, we want to move on because we do still have 2 more segments that we're going to actually do tonight. And boop, 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 boop. But we have a shortened version of... All right, guys, so geek news. Disneyland gangs struggle to afford the theme park. I think that's everybody.
I was going to say, this is not news. This is not news. Like,
but it's the gangs, dude. The Disney
gangs. Yeah. But here's the thing. So I'm gonna walk a very thin razor thin line here. I wholeheartedly enjoy Disney. I love to go. I don't have a whole lot of time, but I do have a very base annual pass. But the only way that it can even be affordable is to do the monthly installments. And if you want anything more than what it gives you, you have to pay through the nose for it. Now, the people in this article that, we found, they're what I call Disney adults. And I have to wonder if there isn't just a touch of mental illness here. I mean, I get it. But at the same time, Peter Pan is not real. Don't emulate him.
So these people,
and as you said, this is not news for anybody, because if anybody wants to go, you have to. I mean, you can't just buy tickets to the park anymore. You have to make a reservation for the day. You're given, I think it's a slot of 2 days, and then dependent on that, you actually have to pay for park hopping again. So that limits your day. Everything is, very few of in either parks, very few of the food vendors you're able to walk up and get it, unless it's literally little pre-made thing of fruit or some tips or something like that. You actually have to order it ahead of time, and then they tell you okay, your food's going to be ready at this time. And that's expensive.
Yeah.
I think the only place I like to eat in the park is Flo's, and that's because it's the closest thing to real food. Everything else is like crap.
That's and again, DCA has better food than Disneyland Park itself.
Well, I still do like the it's not Carnation Gardens, it's the one that's up towards the front. It's kind of tucked away.
The Carnation Cafe.
Yeah, Carnation Cafe.
Yeah.
I actually like that place. That's actually not a bad restaurant, and also the prices are still pretty decent for the meal that you get there.
For that one, and for it's now called Bell's Terrace. It used to be called something else. It's right there in New Orleans Square. Right as you're getting off of the train at New Orleans Square, it's that first restaurant right there. It's now called Bell's Terrace.
Oh, really?
Their food is also, the portions are really good. The prices are not too bad, but it's extremely limited. You know, you only get your choice of like 3 different things for an entree. You know, unless you need like dietary restrictions and stuff like that. But no, I think that's fair. I think the Carnation Cafe is probably the most solid within Disneyland Park in terms of the menu, because there's a lot to choose from there. But no, I think I agree with David that you're going to find better food over at California Adventure. And Flo's is very good.
Yeah.
Flo's is really good.
Dude, the chicken and the mashed potatoes.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, we went from talking about the Disney gangs to where to eat at Disneyland. So,
but it all has to do with the price. Yeah.
So, I don't know about, I mean, Dennis, you've gone enough times and I've gone enough to see that these special people are there.
Eccentric.
I mean, you can call them social clubs. I think that's a reasonable label.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing they do is the Dapper Days. That's probably the coolest thing that comes from the Disneyland gangs.
But even that has expanded now, where it's open to anybody who wants to do it. You know.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, I think that's the coolest thing that came from this whole like social club thing.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, and it's funny because I can actually remember now. Eugene and I both worked there back in the late '90s, but I can remember even earlier than that. You know, a lot of these social clubs, as well as like the special days that the park has, kind of grew out of some of these smaller things. Like there was a I can remember as early as like 1990, 91, there was the goth day. It was called Release the Bats. and you know, so it is neat to see how some of this stuff has kind of grown out of that. But yeah, I have to agree. The Dapper Days is probably one of the best ones because you get some really, really nice people dressed really nice for that.
Especially when they theme out their outfits, like it's a Disney themed Dapper suit.
Yeah.
Like, those are crazy.
Absolutely. If you guys ever get a chance, there's this you might know her. She does some cosplay and stuff like that. But her name's Amber Arden.
Oh yeah.
And you might know her. You might know her as the Snow Buffet. It was Snow White as Boba Fett.
Yeah.
I actually got it. Yeah, she's unbelievable. I've been following her for years on social media, and I actually got a chance to meet her once at one of the Dapper Days. She was coming off the monorail as my kid and I were in line for the submarines, and I snapped a picture with her and stuff. But
she was a couple booths down from us at LA Comic-Con.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she's really, really sweet. Very, very sweet. Very approachable.
She's tiny.
Oh yeah, she's really small. But my point is that in some of these, at some of the Dapper Days, you actually can run into. I mean, I guess I'd struggle to call them B-list celebrities, but they are kind of, you know, well known within the cosplay culture and stuff like that because they. What's that?
The influencers.
Influencers. Thank you. That's a much better term. Thank you, David. So in that sense, I think that's also really cool. But again, the point, the point being is, you know, getting into the park.
it's so like these things have, like Dana said, have grown from other events that have started back in either the 90s or so and have grown to this point where it's a bunch of special people wearing sleeveless vests, whether they're denim or leather with patches on it. They're trying to look like biker gangs. And they're now kind of crying because they're like, we can't afford it. And their groups are struggling. So some of the clubs, here's the crazy part. So you see this picture that's here on the screen. That's one of the smaller groups. Some are as big as a couple hundred. And they show up there, and it's nuts because they're saying like the golden age for these social groups was back in from 2014 to 2019. Obviously, you could say, yeah, that was like the peak because once freaking the dark ages of 2020 came, everything shut down and is now turned to this nonsense that we're seeing now.
I mean, the economy was better. It favored them going at that time frame. But if you didn't spend so much money on a cut, maybe you'd have enough for a ticket.
Seriously, dude.
That's a good point.
Some of these people, like I've seen one where like the dude had pins all over. And if you took a couple of those pins, you could probably afford to go to, get a freaking, what do they call it now, Dennis? The magic
key.
Or magic key. So these guys are complaining and crying and saying, oh my gosh, we can't do it. And now they're turning their groups to elsewhere. So they're going to be doing it they have alternative venues such as Castle Park in Riverside. I've never been there. I've heard.
I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like Santa's Village.
Oh, I remember Santa's Village. When I finally got to go to it, I was like, this is the saddest place in the world.
Yeah.
David, did you ever go to Santa's Village?
No, man.
You remember Santa's Village?
No.
You don't remember? Dude, the commercials were horrible, but you saw them every afternoon in between the commercials.
Where was Santa's Village?
Santa's Village.
It was up in Big Bear.
Exactly. That's south of Bakersfield. That's already 2 hours from my house.
I don't know. Every kid saw Santa's Village. Like
if you lived in the LA area, you silly fuck.
Yes.
So for us, right across from the Fresno Zoo, there was this place called Roding Park, and they kind of sold it as this mini theme park, and it's just a huge park, and there's a couple rides there. Like it's not. I've never gone there for fun. I just drive by it, and I'm like, ugh, gross, and then I keep going.
Well, they're using Castle Park in Riverside as one of the alternate places that they go to gather, and it's because it only costs $24 to get in.
I mean, if all of these gangs, social groups, whatever you want to call them, if they all just didn't go to Disney for a year, they'd probably bring their prices down.
Maybe.
I mean, we're already not going because we can't afford it. But if the group stop going and they're going in bulk, so they're buying these passes by the fucking 10, 15 of them. And how many of them have military friends that are getting those tickets for half price? Dude, I
didn't even
so. I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, if we all just stop buying tickets, they're eventually going to bring the price down.
Yeah, I mean, vote with your wallet.
I mean, you're right. Exactly. Them just saying that we're going to go to an alternate location. That's already kind of sticking a thumb at. In the eye of the mouse, because it's like, look, we can't afford it. We love you guys. We love Disney, but we can't afford to take a couple hundred of us there and do our group. So we're going to go to Riverside, which, God, why would you want to go into Riverside in the first place?
Just don't get shot by a real gang because you're wearing your Disney cut.
Seriously. Dude, you know how many freaking Mongols ride by on bikes when I'm out that way? like full on. These are legit biker gang guys.
I saw 3 Mayans on my way to the 330th. I'm just playing.
Hey, well, let's not even talk about the other guys, but the freaking Suns. But yeah, it's just funny to hear about this. I thought it would be funny because, it's like, are you serious? You're grown adults, and you're crying that the prices of Disney are really expensive.
Yeah. Dude, but even before the prime time for them to go, like pre 2014, it was already expensive to go.
Yeah, the tickets up there were already up to about $100 at that point.
I think in 2014 they were already like 160, 165 a ticket, and that's if you went to the base and got them.
Yeah, seriously, it's nuts, dude. Seriously nuts. But all right, moving on to our next story, which is new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game announced. So this one is a turn-based game, which I saw the video to this and I thought it actually is kind of cool looking.
Is it like I don't know, I want to say it reminds me of like that Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, like I can only move so many spaces forward, I can attack, I can move left, I can move right, kind of like D&D style tactical game. Is that what it is?
Yep.
I didn't look at the trailer.
And the way it looks also is like they have like figures on a base. So it looks like you're playing D&D, but they do move, they'll do their little moves that they have. And then, it's set up with a grid system. It actually looks kind of cool. But yeah, it's been announced. It's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tactical Takedown, and it's the first turn-based game in their franchise, which you and me both have. The when it came out, well, obviously that's where we got this poster back here from, which was, what was it called? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mayhem?
Well, no, Mutant Mayhem was a different game. You're talking about the anniversary collection or the
the anniversary collection, where it has all the games.
Yep. Yeah. I have Shredder's Revenge on the Switch, and then this one came out shortly after. Damn, I can't remember what it's called.
So the gameplay and the structure. So the campaigns are divided among Leo, Don, Raph, and Mike, and it's a total of 20 levels spread across the campaigns, offering distinct challenges for each turtle. So it's almost like we're going back to the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game for the NES, where you kind of can switch out your turtles. But this is where it's like specifically per turtle. So this campaign is for Mike or Donnie or, so on.
So you have to level each one if you want to play through it all.
Yeah. So you actually got to use them all. But it looks actually really cool. The music is composed by, let's see, provided multiple. R.J. Lake, known as Strange Scaffolds. But they're saying that it has a really good soundtrack. You should watch the trailer because it's actually a really cool trailer, and it's actually got a really cool feel to it when it comes to the artwork and stuff.
I'm not a big fan of tactical games, but just because it is a TMNT, I'll probably check it out. I'll probably end up buying it and then just never play it, but add it to the collection.
I think you might actually stick with it. I'm actually gonna, when it comes out, I'm probably gonna get it too because
probably not.
I kind of like the D&D feel to it though.
I don't mind the D&D feel. I really hate tactical games. Like I really, really hate tactical games. Like Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles when that came out, it was that. Oh no, sorry, Final Fantasy Tactics was like a D&D 3DS or a Game Boy Advance release. Dude, I tried so hard to want to play that game, and I couldn't get into it, man. Just couldn't do it.
Well,
Anything RTS or turn-based is really, really difficult. I have to agree, David. It's super difficult to get in and immerse yourself in. The only game that's ever been able to draw me in like that was Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes. Baldur's Gate 3 is the exception, but it has a really the storyline just grabs you and pulls you in, and you want to see where this is going. But yeah, the turn-based stuff, like not even some. I have to force myself to go back and play JRPGs because those are turn-based.
So it's just such a drudge.
Yeah. So as far as you're saying storyline. So with this game, it begins with both Splinter and Shredder are both dead, creating a fractured dynamic among the turtles. So that's why they're going about this individually. And then the Foot Clan is still active, and the key art hints that Karai, yeah, might be their new leader.
Makes sense. That's Shredder's
daughter
/ Splinter's daughter.
So there you go. That's
Shredder / Splinter.
It was
Karai is supposed to be Splinter's daughter. She's Hamada Yoshi's daughter with his wife, but Oroku Saki wanted his wife and stole the daughter when he burnt their house down and she died, and raised her
like his daughter.
Yeah,
mm-hmm. And then fed her after the turtles and Yoshi. Or Splinter.
Got it. I was gonna say something like genetic going on there.
How did
Shredder's into rats, man?
Dang, dirty ohms. All right. So we'll have to wait till this thing comes out. David said he'll get it. I said I'll try it too, and we'll see what we think of this thing. And hopefully it's on the Switch, because as of right now, I don't have a PlayStation.
I'll see if I can pull myself away from Marvel Rivals long enough to play it.
You're still going at it with that?
Yeah, it's freaking good, man. I tried jumping into Overwatch, but the player base is gone right now. They're all playing Rivals, so I can't even get into matches that are interesting.
Well, I mean, not to go down too much of a rabbit hole, but Overwatch killed itself.
Yeah, it's on its way down.
Yeah, and we won't talk about Concord.
We've talked about it on the show, but yeah.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We're not going to talk about it.
Golden Globe Awards are coming out. I know this is just this is more of a fluff thing that I wanted to throw in there, just because there's a lot of stuff that came out through the Golden Globes, but their full list for this year's Golden Globes has come out, and there are quite a few shows that I've actually watched that are on it. And then there's also a lot of stuff that I'm like, who? I don't even know what this is. So I don't know if you guys checked out some of the stuff.
I haven't had a chance to look and see what's been nominated so far. I know there's a few kind of obvious ones. Dune. I'm sure Wicked's probably going to be getting a nomination.
It has one. It's a nomination for Best Picture for musical or comedy. The Substance, which I'm like, I don't know what that is. Anora, Real Pain. I'm like, huh? Inside Out 2, Moana 2 somehow Moana 2, which hasn't even come out, has somehow made it onto the Golden Globes award list.
Because we haven't seen it, but the critics have.
Well, yeah, and that's the other thing, is that they're preemptively putting it on list because the Golden Globes are not going to happen until next year. So the movie will be out by the time the award ceremony happens.
But in order to get on that list, they still have to show those in theaters. As far as some of these that
but it's like David said, if the critics have seen it, then it can be nominated.
So, but it's
because that's who makes the nominations is the industry itself.
But the Academy Awards are the ones that have to actually air, and they actually have to.
Yes, the Academy Awards have to be out for the public at large.
So Wallace and Gromit, which I have not seen a Wallace and Gromit thing in years, is up.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was going to be another one. I definitely want to keep an eye out for it because I like Wallace and Gromit.
Some of the cinematic and box office achievements, Deadpool and Wolverine has made it on the list.
I don't care what anybody says. That movie deserves something.
Dude, that movie was amazing. It was hilarious.
It's so good.
It was really good. Gladiator 2.
I have very lukewarm feelings about that.
I'll watch it when it's free. I
won't even do that.
Well, I mean, as much time as we have here, it gets boring. And I've gone back to doing what I usually do, which is Tubi, click, 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 click. Looks bad. Watch it. Yep, it was bad. Click, 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 click. Yep, that was bad too.
You know, they've stepped up their game lately, though. Tubi is actually become a destination.
They've been adding a lot of good movies to it too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
their bad movies still outweigh the good. So.
Oh yeah, of course.
We've got Kate Winslet on the some of the big names that are on the standout performances. Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Zendaya. Yeah. There's no H in it.
Zendaya.
Pendeja.
Exactly. No, her. But anyways, her performance in Challengers, which it's like that movie's just a big old tease. Timothy Chalamet. Timothy. He's on the list, but for a movie called A Complete Unknown, which all right. Sebastian Stan's earned dual nominations too. I don't know what he's up for, but
is he playing Mark Hamill?
I think it was for that Donald Trump biopic that he did.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot that he did that.
Yeah, which I have not seen it, but apparently he really, really nailed it.
All right.
Check it out.
Yeah, I definitely would got to check that out. The Bear, of course, is on the list, which that show is freaking awesome. I really love that show.
I can't watch that show because it makes me think of Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
But it's good.
It's really good. But the last episode of season 1? Or no, season 2. Where the family was all together and the mom drives the car through the freaking house.
That I had to skip that episode. I had to leave. I was like, I can't. I'm getting anxiety.
Yeah. That is a serious, just anxiety-filled episode. Even this last season, a lot of the episodes were just like, you're sitting there like, all right.
I haven't even seen the new season yet.
Oh my God. It's really good, but it puts you into that anxiety mode again. You're just like, if it was me, I would probably be like wrecking fools in that episode. It's so good. But it's leading them with 5 nominations. Continue, and this isn't the first time that it's up for this many awards. Last time it swept through the awards, and took home, was it 6 or 7 awards? And then we've got Abbott Elementary, Only Murders in the Building, which Only Murders is a great show. And then Shogun. Dennis, have you watched Shogun?
Shogun is so good. And I remember watching the original when I was younger when it came out. Yeah. And oh man, they did so much justice to it. I cannot get enough of that. Shogun is so good.
That was a great show.
So good.
I haven't watched it.
Dude, you should.
I let my Hulu account fucking fail me out, so I haven't started it back up yet.
Oh, well, dude, you can watch it here. We got Hulu here.
Well, I know that. I'm just saying I haven't sat down to do it yet.
Well, you definitely should.
I just finished One Piece. Got caught up, all right? I don't have time to start another show yet. I need to decompress.
You do have time. Damn it. Watch it.
I'm watching Supernatural. I don't have time for another show right now.
Love Supernatural. Supernatural, anybody else? Yes. It's an amazing show.
You can't ask yourself. I don't care how many of you are in there floating around.
All right. Well, Jeremy Allen White is nominated again for The Bear. Quinta Burnson for Abbott Elementary. Donald Glover was nominated for Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which I think I watched like 1 or 2 episodes, and that was I can't do it because
it's out of his element, though. I guess that's why he's getting the nod.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's like, no, that's freaking Brad Pitt and Angelina.
Yeah.
I didn't even think it was them.
Huh?
I didn't even think it was them. I didn't like that movie either.
Oh, dude, I like that movie.
I didn't, man.
Oh my God, Vince Vaughn playing and his mom yells at him. He's like, "Ma, we're on high alert here." Oh my God, that's freaking hilarious. Love that scene. All right. Anyways, limited series. Dude, we've got The Penguin. Which have either one of you guys watched The Penguin?
Penguin is so good. Colin Farrell's killing that. He is killing it.
I'll give him that.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I would recommend it, especially being, more into Batman. I think of the three of us, I think you'll really like it. I mean, Colin Farrell is really, really killing it on that one.
He's definitely showing his chops in it. I mean, it's
right. Unpopular opinion. I think Colin Farrell's been showing his chops in SWAT. Unpopular opinion.
Yes, I wasn't a big SWAT fan. I mean, I watched it. I was a huge SWAT fan.
It was entertaining, though. It was entertaining.
It was
and I think him and Samuel L. Jackson were the best parts of that movie. So.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Not even Hawkeye could save that movie.
So there was the list can go on and on of a lot of the other nominations. Films like I don't know what Emilia Perez is. I keep seeing that popping up. Slow Horses, which is a great show that I watched. It's on Apple TV. Squid Games as an international story. I mean, there's a lot of different shows that are up. Some that, like I said, I looked at the list and I'm like, nope. Movies especially. Because, dude, this year, movies have been, like, I don't think we've recovered from 2020 as far as movies.
I think we're on the up. And up. But I don't see, maybe next year we'll have some good, like, really good movies. I don't know. There's a lot that's being put into movies that needs to be taken out of movies, if you see where I'm going with that.
No, yeah. I know.
Take it back out, tell a good story, create some good characters, and that's it.
The latest thing that I saw was the trailer for Karate Kid Legends.
Doesn't look bad.
I was going to say that. Yeah. I was like, okay, you're trying to redeem yourselves from the Jackie Chan debacle while bringing in what's going on with Cobra Kai, mashing that together, and it's like, okay, I could kind of get behind this.
The Jackie Chan one wasn't the debacle because of him. I think it was bad because of Jaden.
Yeah.
And the fact that it wasn't karate.
It's kung fu.
Kung fu.
Oh. But, yeah, it's just, it looks good. It actually surprisingly looks good. The kid that they've got to play, I don't even know what his name is in this one, but the kid that they have that's, supposed to be the Karate Kid actually is phenomenal in his moves, and a lot of that is him.
Yeah. He's the same kid from the Netflix show, right?
From which Netflix show?
The one that had to do with like Sun Wukong or whatever. Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the show. I think I know what you're talking about, but
yeah, I think he's the kid from that. Ben Wang, is that his name?
Yes. Yeah, that is his name.
Yeah, I think he's from. American Born Chinese.
That's yeah.
So that was really good.
Yeah, it was good, and I think the line that got me on that in the trailer was, well, not even so much the line, but like the moment that you see Miyagi's place with all the cars still there and a taxi pulling up, and then you hear Daniel saying, "You knew Mr. Miyagi?" And Jackie Chan's like, "No, I'm not here for him. I'm here for you." It's like, ooh, all right. He knows Daniel.
That's cool.
So, yeah, it was really cool to hear that, and it was just like, all right, I'm starting to get behind it.
I mean, I've only seen the stills. You know me, I don't watch trailers because I don't want to ruin the movies. But the stills look like it's really good. Like,
yeah, dude, the trailer is actually worth a watch because it'll bring you back to the Karate Kid, and you're like, all right. And even like if you've been watching Cobra Kai, it feels like they're starting to go towards. I know it's cheesy as hell, like seriously cheesy.
I didn't make it past the first season.
Oh, I love Johnny in that whole show.
Couldn't do it.
He's hilarious. I'm like, he can be my friend. But all right, anyways, we're gonna take us out of this. We had to pull Dennis out for a little bit until he comes back. He's got kittens at his house. Yeah, he's got a litter of kittens that he's trying to help raise for somebody. So he has to periodically pop off. But we've got one more segment that we're going to go into, and it has to do with the holidays because they're right around the corner. Like we said, 8 days away, dude, and it's Christmas time.
Well, we're already in the middle of the holidays, but Christmas is right around the corner.
Christmas is right around the corner. So we thought we would do something which we haven't done in a while, which is
things that make you go,
So
long outro.
I know I have to fix it. I couldn't find the original. It's a big thing. Anyways, so on this segment, we find things that kind of are like, really? So with that, somebody had presented the idea of, well, we know about the Christmas movies. Is there like other movies that are out there that are not so much Christmas? I was like, well, yeah. But then I named off a couple of them, and they were still like, well, that's what a lot of people talk about too. So I thought I'd dig a little deeper, and I found unconventional Christmas movies and how they qualify as Christmas movies, even if this is a long title for this thing.
I like it.
That are not traditional holiday. So, with that, here's kind of a breakdown of the unconventional Christmas movies and how they qualify as Christmas movies. And we're going to start off with Sylvester Stallone in First Blood, 1982. And so let me just give you guys why this is a Christmas movie. So we start off
because he's slaying through the small town like Santa does.
No.
Oh, all right. Hit us with it.
Well, actually, somebody had said that this is just a retelling of No Room in the Inn because nobody allows him to stay. So basically, Rambo is the Virgin Mary, and nobody wants to let the
and
Virgin
he
Mary
gives
stay.
birth to bullets. I love it.
There you go. No, the backdrop of the movie takes place during the holiday season, which we see Christmas decorations everywhere. Yes, they're going up in flames. They're getting blown up. He shoots up several places. But the fact is, it is the holidays. We don't know whether it's close to Christmas or days away from Christmas or what, but we know that Christmas is going to be coming up. And, that's what it is. But it also is one of the themes is obviously it's loneliness, redemption, which parallels holiday motif of coming together and seeking understanding.
We're gonna need you to put less pause after the word coming. Less pause.
I'm sorry. Let me try that again. The motif of coming together. How about
There you go.
better?
There you go. Together.
All right.
Follow it up quickly.
You don't like me stretching it out.
Like the word was fine. You didn't. It wasn't the word itself. It was the pause after, which celebrates the motif of coming together.
That's a whole different movie.
Exactly. Sleigh bells whistling, snow was glistening, but in a
dude,
manner.
Rudolph is getting his red nose. Oh, but can you see this? Can you see the whole parallels?
It happens during holidays. It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, but again, it's the redemption part, which we get at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
where he says it's never over, and
come on, John, it's over. Bring it down.
Yeah. It's never over.
Richard Crenna.
Yeah, Richard Crenna as Colonel.
Light Colonel.
Colonel Troutman.
Yes.
Lieutenant Colonel Troutman. That's who he plays in that movie. Did you know that after the third one, literally, I think it was like a couple months after they filmed the third Rambo that had Troutman in it quite a bit, he actually passed away. It was his very last movie, and it happened to be the very worst Rambo.
Still better than half the stuff that comes out now.
Yeah.
I'd watch all 3 Rambo movies in a row before I'd watch, take your pick, handful of movies off of Netflix, handful of movies off of Hulu. I'd watch all 3 of them in a row in descending order, 3rd to 1, so that they get better. And then still skip a bunch of Netflix movies.
Well, the funny thing is that I actually have watched recently all 3 of the movies in order, 1 through 3. I had to. So, yeah, that's how so this is what we get as far as a Christmas movie, and why the story kind of, you can say, not only is it because of the Christmas decorations, but because what the story is put together and understand. And at the end of the movie, we understand Rambo. I don't know. But I do like, and I think we talked about this before because this movie came up on this history, and talking about how this movie actually brings to light a little bit more of soldiers. So, yeah. So yeah. What do you think? Yes, no?
I say it classifies. Right. The basis for why we've approved other movies are all there. So I don't see why it wouldn't fall in the same category.
True. All right. So, First Blood, Christmas movie. I wish I had a thing that goes Christmas movie.
Like the stamp?
Yes. Major stamp saying Christmas movie. Now, I put this movie up. Oh, you know what?
Now, this wasn't the same movie you were trying to find, though, right?
This was definitely not the same movie. Did it cut down on what you asked, David? Or is it still there?
Yes, yeah, no, you're good.
Okay. So the original movie that I looked up, which wasn't this one with Jack Black, Jude Law, and what's her face, Cameron
Diaz, Kate Winslet.
Cameron Diaz.
What's her face?
It's right there on the screen, right above the word holiday.
Literally right there on the screen.
What's her face? On my screen, it's very small. So, but so originally I had looked up these movies. The Holiday was a movie that came up. Now, The Holiday that I found was 1986 or 87, I think it was, and it had Andrew McCarthy. It had Andrew McCarthy. It had a lot of the Brat Pack folks in it, and it took place during Christmas time, and it was showing the yuppie era of the 80s, and it was kind of a loose telling of the Scrooge movie through drug use, sex, and parties. So
Sounds
it
like
would have
Kids,
been
the holiday special.
Yeah, right.
exactly. There you go. That's what it is. No, holiday. It might have been just holiday. All right. Anyways, I hear it. I can't find it now, but it was a totally different movie from this. But since the devil wanted me to talk about this movie for some reason, we're going to talk about it. So, The Holiday. It's wife swap at its greatest because I think Jack Black, either way, ends up on top. Well, he'd probably end up on the bottom.
Physically and literally. You're right.
Yeah. So it's set during Christmas and New Year's. The story revolves around two women who swap homes to escape holiday loneliness.
I mean, you can't really say it's an unconventional holiday movie. It's called The Holiday, and it happens
Yeah.
during holidays.
Yeah.
Well, but the original one, the reason why it was unconventional, and it was called The Holidays, was because it was just all nothing but like when you watch the trailer, it
was the sex and drugs and rock and roll of the 80s. Yeah. It was the me generation.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it was actually a really good movie. I actually found it, and that's why I'm like I can't find it, and watched it, and it wasn't bad, but it definitely was just like, what the is going on here? So, so this one you guys can watch if you want. 2006, blah blah blah. It's actually a Christmas movie. Next we have, which is something that not everybody has actually watched, and I get it because this movie is, it's really out there.
Yeah, I have never actually seen this. I've heard of it, and I have heard that it's very, very strange. Now, obviously, Terry Gilliam of Monty Python fame was the driving force behind this, so it says a lot.
Yeah, it's very British. If you guys don't know what that means, go watch some of the Monty Python stuff. Go watch like a lot of even the more modern stuff, like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
No, that's Guy Ritchie though. No,
I'm not saying like who was directing it. I'm saying like the type of humor, the type of pace of the movies. That's what this movie has. Terry Gilliam, again, you want to get a real good feel of this movie? Yes, you can watch Monty Python, but this movie is a dystopian satire featuring a Christmas setting. So you would, as you're looking around the settings of this movie, you'll see a lot of decorations and different things, and a lot of it is geared towards consumerism, and especially during the Christmas time, during this like horrible dystopian world.
It seems very kind of prophetic, because that's very much our society today. We're so consumer driven with everything, and of course the holidays ramp it up to 11.
So with this movie, and if you do see it, and again, I'm telling you guys, it's a slow movie. It is really weird. But why this lands in this category is because it shows the commercialization of Christmas and its hollow cheer critique of consumerism, which Dennis just put it really well right now. It's kind of what's going on now, which is kind of sad. I mean, all three of us said that. What's the number one thing that we think about when we think Christmas? Crap, we got to get presents.
Eggnog.
Eggnog? Is
Yeah.
that what
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That's probably a close, very close second.
Champurrado, tamales. But often associated with the holidays, which is what we get now. When we think of this season, which really starts at Halloween, all these holidays that land so close together, it's no longer the joyful moments that we used to have as kids. It's now the consumerism and commercialization of these things to the point that some of the joy is sucked out of them because we've got to get the bigger thing. We got to get the better thing. We've got to look better than everybody else. So, yeah. And the whole thing is the story actually is one of these people that's stuck in this god awful place who is looking for hope and he's looking for love. So there we go. Christmas movie, yes?
Sure.
Maybe.
Meets some of the rest of the movies. So
yeah. All right. Christmas movie. Next, we've got Trading Places. I know all three of us have seen this.
Dude, if you haven't seen this movie and don't think it's a Christmas movie, you're crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
But especially if you're of the idea that Die Hard's a Christmas movie just because it happens during Christmas, like this movie it's the same idea and it's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
We actually get Dan Aykroyd in a jacked up Santa costume who ends up going and robbing some of these people.
Dude. Yeah, this movie is great, and Eddie Murphy plays such a good character in this movie.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I mean this movie, and that's one of the things that comes up, with the Santa suits and holiday parties that are going on. I mean the theme of generosity, transformation, class struggle ties into like the spirit of Christmas, and the fact that we get a drunken Dan Aykroyd in a Santa costume. Yeah. So it's a great movie, period. Maybe you guys should just add this to the list of Christmas movies, because if you already have Die Hard, like David said, add Trading Places, because one, it's hilarious. Two, yes, it takes place during Christmas. So, Christmas movie?
And if you like funny
absolutely
movies.
I think we just lost David.
We might have.
You there? All right, I see a movie now.
Nah, he's moving now.
I'm always here.
Oh God! All right, moving on.
You hit a lag spike, so we didn't hear some of what you said. No answer.
I was talking back to Lazo's, telling him he's crazy.
All right, next we've got Rocky IV, which I absolutely just love this movie. Period.
It is probably the most iconic Rocky movie. Like, it is the pinnacle of the series.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's good up to this point. 1, 2. I mean, both the fights with Apollo, Clubber Lang fight was great. Yep. Mickey dies in the third one, but Rocky IV is like, I don't know, man. It's the peak. It's like pre-biting off the ear of Mike Tyson's career. Like, it's.
Yep.
I think this whole series, first of all, like up to this point, not everything after. Everything after was garbage. But it just got better. Like, most sequels don't get better. This one just got better and better. And just like you said, this was the pinnacle, the peak. This could do no wrong. This was it. They should have stopped it at this.
And then Robert Tepper playing in the background, because we're not indestructible. Oh, come on, man.
Running up that freaking hill that he was running up.
Oh. Dressed like a Rusky with his little fucking
It's good and
the fur coat, the hood, the little beanie, the
Yep.
friggin' snow in his beard. Like, oh god.
Gets up to that hill, the top of the hill, and then you hear the iconic music from Rocky. Da, 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 da. He's like, Drago!
Yep.
well, and then just to like give the contrast, all of the scenes of Dolph Lundgren, he's got the machines and going like this, and they're juicing him up, and he's hooked up to all of these. I mean, you see the contrast between the two characters, and it makes you go, "Oh hell yeah, Rocky, you got this!"
Not only is Rocky not working out in a high-end like gym, he's literally benching mangers. That's Christmassy as fuck. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, he's sitting there lifting the three wise men and that freaking thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Christmas movie, stamped, approved.
No, don't have to say anything else. Don't have to even mention anything else.
Nope.
Christmas movie.
Christmas
Oh,
movie.
Gift in itself.
Yep, that's it. I was gonna read off why it would be, but that's it. It's
Nope.
Christmas.
Yep.
It's Santa Rocky bringing home the presents to us.
And if you don't think it's a Christmas movie, it's because you haven't watched it yet. Do yourself a favor, go back.
Yeah.
Or you have no life. So there you go. You better watch it. And the music is. I love the music from this. I actually love the music from all the Rockies. They keep coming with better and better songs, and it's all survivor. Yes.
But not only that, all of the freaking the word just escapes me right now. All the training scenes, all of the scenes where he's like
Montages.
Oh, the montages. Yeah.
Every single montage is well edited, well clipped. The music always goes with the scene. Like, especially what is it in 3 after Mickey dies when he's freaking driving off in the Lambo or whatever, or the Ferrari,
yes.
and he's shifting scenes, and then he's on the bike, and then he throws the helmet at the statue. Like, oh god, dude.
Yeah.
How he had time to switch vehicles, I don't know.
But the song
Isn't that the one I was singing? That's actually from Rocky 3, not 4.
Was it?
Is it No Easy Way Out by Robert Zucker?
Yeah, that's from 3. That's from 3.
Yeah, it's 3, not 4.
Is that from 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
no, 4, because that's when it was right after
Apollo dies?
Yeah. I'll
Googling it. I don't know, but it's good.
Rocky 4 soundtrack. Yeah, No Easy Way Out.
All right, I was right.
Well, we're gonna get copyright striked, Gene.
Yeah, you're gonna get us copyright.
No, not if we keep talking. We talk about this song, then we won't get striked. Even if we talk over it, or if we even like start to sing it ourselves, they can't do anything to us.
Or you just hit pause and we move on. Yep, 6 more movies to go, guy.
Yeah.
All right, fine. God, I love that song. That's a good song. All right, moving on. Better Off Dead. Now, this is one of my all-time favorite John Cusack movies. It was a great movie.
Yeah, no, it was. It was very stereotypical John Cusack for the time, because he played that like, he was pigeonholed into that character type, where he's kind of put down and.
Well, this is his first of the series of type of movies.
So this launched it, but that doesn't change the fact that this, like I say, this really kind of like, it's very stereotypical for John Cusack, but you watch it and you go, damn, that's just like there's moments in time where in your life where you're like, yeah, I felt that.
Him being obsessed with his girlfriend that was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then having the car that it's like, I'm going to fix this car up. I've had that moment where it's like, I'm going to fix this car up. And I never did.
You never do.
No.
I got a car right now that I can't even bring to my house, much less work on it.
See, so we all have lived through this. We all can feel this. But this takes place during Christmas, which is if you guys have seen it, they have a whole scene where they're opening up Christmas gifts, and his stack of Christmas presents are all microwave dinners.
Yep.
Just big old stack, and he
Just
opens
Hungry Man dinners.
It's great. It's a great movie, and it's like quirky humor. It fits the offbeat tone, of course, of John Cusack films of the time.
Yeah.
And then, but it is a unconventional Christmas movie. There's a holiday scene where Bobby's mom blows her face off. Dude, that was hilarious. It's a great movie.
And when you frame it like that, it doesn't sound funny, but when you watch it, you go, "That's really freaking funny."
And then when they're opening the presents at the other house with Bobby, and she grabs hold of the girl's face, and she's all, "Christmas, Christmas."
Yeah.
So I stamp this as a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right.
Yep. Definitely.
Moving on. Lethal Weapon.
First one's a Christmas movie, man.
It was. It definitely was. There's nothing to get around that, right? I mean,
Dude, it starts off with a Christmas scene. Like you're in the Christmas tree lot.
Yeah, you can't argue that. You can't.
Yeah.
And Mel Gibson's fucking crazy as fuck. What a crazy ass dude.
Wait, that's right. It wasn't the Christmas tree lot. It was the hooker that falls off the balcony had Christmas lights. So you got Christmas lights and boobs.
So it's already a present for you.
Yes.
It was unwrapped.
It was good. It wasn't better than Loaded Weapon, but it was good.
Okay. And we also do get a scene in the movie where he is watching the Looney Tunes Christmas Carol.
Yeah, that's true.
So if anybody wants to argue with all three of us that this is not a Christmas movie, you're wrong.
Email us so we can ignore it.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Junk mail.
Tell us all about how we're wrong so we can just put it in the delete file.
Yeah.
We'll mark it as red.
Yeah.
We'll mark it as red.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
But there's nothing that you can get around on this one that it has Christmas themes because you've got forgiveness and family and building a family. See?
Yeah.
See how I did
Yeah.
that? And then, of course, all the other stuff that goes along with it, which is Christmas tree lot, hookers, Christmas lights. There we go. I dubbed this a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right. Moving on to the next one. Gremlins, the original 1984 Gremlins movie.
Everything good came from 84, I'm telling you.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. There's nothing that came out of 84 that was not good except for David. I mean, come on.
Looking back, I'd say the clothes were pretty bad.
Dude.
No, man.
No.
Come on, man. Trapper Keepers?
Yeah.
Come on.
Clothes.
I know,
I'm talking about Trapper.
Trapper
Keepers are amazing.
All the
Trapper Keepers
careers
stand the
and
test of time. You can still find those today.
Yeah, they're like $40 now.
Oh, I know. It's ridiculous.
But
God,
mine doesn't have AC Slater on it. You know what I mean? What the fuck? How do I get Zach Morris on my...
Dude,
Trapper?
I saw they brought back the Lisa Frank.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be kidding me.
Dude,
But you're right.
Bought a what are they called? The Loungefly purses or whatever, and it's a Lisa Frank Loungefly.
What?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude.
How many hundreds of dollars was that?
She got like 2 of them. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So there's no way of getting around it. This is a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie. Absolutely.
I mean, it's snowing when they're outside and they go to pick up this freaking random furry thing in an alleyway. It's obviously Christmas when they take it home.
from a Chinese kung fu master.
Yeah.
but he specifically says that it's a Christmas present for his son.
Yeah, he does.
And then we see
and I mean the entire toward the end of the movie when they're trapped in the building and the gremlins are driving Gizmo's driving the remote control car that he, it's from the presents into the tree, matched with the Q-tip bow and arrow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's the thing is that like all through this, it's all Christmas. It is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
To Stallone in Rambo.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I mean, yeah.
That's part 2.
I didn't say which one. I just said Stallone and Rambo.
Oh.
Full circle, buddy. Full circle.
Well, and doubling back, there was the 2 old guys from Trading Places had a cameo in Coming to America as those guys, but they were bummed. And when he gives them the money, he looks at him, he goes, "We're back."
That's true. Yep.
Oh yeah. Damn. Well, back to this movie. It's got dark humor, but all of it is all holiday. He gets Gizmo as a Christmas present. We see the freaking gremlins even Christmas caroling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Dean.
Definitely unconventional Christmas movie.
Yes. Done. And the most unconventional Christmas movie is right here.
I think this started the genre of unconventional Christmas movies. It might have
been. I could agree with that.
You know what? I would say yes, and I would also say no. Because prior to this, we actually got, I would say, one of the most unconventional Christmas movies, even though it has Christmas in the title, Black Christmas from 1974.
I'm not talking it's the beginning of the movies themselves. I'm saying the conversation started with Die Hard. And then we created this whole and the conversation's still going. Here we are in 2024 making a list.
Yep.
So I would say Die Hard definitely yippee-ki-yay itself right into the fucking Christmas list genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because, I mean, this whole thing is set on Christmas Eve. It literally is Christmas Eve when they try to take over Nakatomi Towers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard pressed to say, well, no, it's a holiday party that's going on. Christmas party, they call it, not holiday party, but a Christmas party that's going on. You see all the decorations. You also get, one of the terrorists getting wrapped up or killed and then wrote on his shirt, what did he write?
Ho, ho, ho. No, now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Yep. And he even had a Christmas hat on. A Santa hat.
Oh, that's right. He did. He had a Santa hat.
So Bruce Willis was not in his right mind when he said himself, "This is not a Christmas movie. It's a Bruce Willis movie." No, dude, bro, it's a Christmas movie.
It's both.
I mean, look at him now. And I don't say that with disrespect, but look at him now. So
I'd still disagree with him even now.
Well, I disagree as well. But when you said he wasn't in his right mind, I'm like, well, look at him now.
True. Sorry, Bruce. But now you can't tell us. No, it's not. Anyways. So, yes. Officially Christmas movie. You heard it here. We're going to stand by that. It is. Die Hard, stamped Christmas movie. And the final movie we've got here, which I totally forgot of the whole setting of this movie, but Batman Returns.
Dude, I vividly remember that huge fucking Christmas tree in the middle of freaking Gotham City.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it also lends to the penguin motif. Like, having it during Christmas, it just makes sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was they kidnapped the Christmas queen, and she fell off the roof. She was thrown off the roof, and was framed for it. And she fell into a giant present right there by that giant Christmas tree.
Yep.
So, it was snowing, Christmas presents or Christmas decorations, the whole penguin motif because like he's yes, Frozen, So
the rubber ducky coming up out through the ice. That scene stands out for me. Like it just and it comes up out of the ice. That was super cool. That and the whole scene. I know people talk about it a lot. Michelle Pfeiffer and her skimpy outfit, but the scene of her cracking the whip in the department store and taking the heads off the thing, dude, she did that in one take, and she did it.
That's great.
It's unbelievable.
Yep.
And honorable mention, she was also in Scarface.
Oh
yeah.
I think more of the scene when Danny DeVito's sitting inside of the makeshift little Batmobile and he's driving it around. He's
dude, I can't get the image out of my head of him in the sewer in the long johns with his hair just hanging down like fucking.
Oh God, yeah,
creepy.
And the stuff coming out of his mouth,
the blood from like whatever he was eating. Yeah. Gross.
Dude, supposedly he told the crew that he did not want his kids to see him in costume.
Oh, really?
Because he was worried that they were going to be traumatized by it.
Huh. Well, he traumatized a lot of us. Thank you, Danny DeVito.
Oh, this solidified him for me, bro. Like I was already a Danny DeVito fan, but like this solidified him in my mind as like.
Oh yeah, no, this was. And this was such a departure from a lot of the other roles that he had done up to this point. And I had heard when I can remember when they announced, who was going to be playing the characters and stuff. And I heard a lot of people saying like, well, Danny DeVito's a comedic actor. Like, this is not a role for him. I don't think it's going to be. And he ended up proving everyone wrong.
Well, he did the same thing Keaton did in the first one.
Yeah,
exactly. That's absolutely true. Absolutely.
It just shows that. It shows the range of what comedians can do because comedians have to act their butts off to be funny.
Yeah,
they do.
And you got to take the serious moments and put a weird spin on them, so you have to understand them completely to, give that funny take or whatever. So
there you go, guys.
Christmas movie.
Definitely Christmas movie. Bam.
Yep. Stamped.
Honorable mention though. We were coming back to this, and I don't think I let you forget. Lord of the Rings is a Christmas movie. I don't care.
All right.
The Fellowship steps off to destroy the One Ring on December 25th.
But how do we know?
True, but they don't actually they don't celebrate Christmas.
Not in Middle-earth. No, they don't. Still a Christmas movie. By unconventional means.
You know what? Honestly, Eugene, I think I got to give this one to David, though. He does. I mean, it's true to the lore, so I got to give it to him.
Wait, what's true to the lore?
That they started their travel on December 25th. Because in the book it says that events began around, I think it was like what would be considered mid-October, and then the actual transporting the ring to Mordor, December 25th was the first day they set out.
They step off from Rivendell.
And
my axe. What day?
Yeah, no, I mean it is a little bit of a stretch, but I got to give it to David. It's
all right.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him. All right. Well,
I'm gonna go listen to the Shire music right now in celebration.
That was
things that make you go,
And that is it for us this year, guys. I mean, it's definitely been a year.
It has been a year. I just want to say thanks for Dennis coming out tonight. That was it was great having you back.
Yeah, no, I apologize for disappearing on you guys for a sec there. It's because I'm obviously you guys can hear me. I'm coughing. I'm a little sick, and so I had to address that. But no, I'm really, really happy you guys invited me on tonight. It was a lot of fun. Appreciate it.
It felt like it felt like the beginning with us. Like we've gone full circle now, and we've come back, and it felt good to have you on. And
yeah. Well,
thank you.
You know, I mean, I told Eugene, I don't know if he let you know, David, but like if you guys continue with doing the show Wednesdays, Thursdays, those are going to be the best days for me. So if you ever need me to jump in, yeah, those are going to be the days I can do it. So
cool. Yeah, they moved me to nights, so our schedule's a little weird right now. We're filming Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, depending on if one of us is driving up. It's really hard to break away from shift and run to the back because at any moment I'm cutting out of the show to go run, make a pass, or run outside to help chase away a car, or who knows what's going on. And then I come back and it's like it's been 10 minutes, and I'm like I'm winded because I'm not in shape. I can't be running like that. You know what I mean? I'm sweating like I was watching Cops. But yeah, I mean, we'll probably call on you a lot more now, just because if I'm on shift, like I already told Eugene, like I feel bad taking time away from shift to do the show. So.
Yeah, but I mean, life happens. A lot of things are go on, and we definitely need that extra hand, which you are always more than welcome to be on the show because you lend a lot to the show with us. Like I said, all three of us combined, there's a lot of knowledge right here of this.
With our powers combined.
Oh, wait, sorry.
No.
Not that ring of power.
That power?
That's not the kind of lantern I want to be.
Nope.
But we definitely want to tell you guys, those of you guys that are still watching this right now, thank you for putting up with this for an actual longer show, 2 hours. But there was a lot that we wanted to get in, and also the fact that we won't be here for the next 2 weeks for sure. Because obviously we've got Christmas, we've got New Year's, and then we're going to start fresh coming back in January. We've actually got quite a bit of people already lined up as far as guests for next year. Starting with, we've been talking to Josiah, who he is the writer of Paperboy. If you guys haven't had a chance to go check that book out, check it out. It's like a young adult's book, but it's actually really good. If you're a huge geek like us, you'll feel like you're diving right back into your childhood. And that's it's a really cool feeling when you read the book. I really enjoy it. I'm almost finished with it, but definitely want to give a shout out to him. He is going to be coming on our show next month. We've been working on that. Also, we are working on, and I've already got a confirmation from him saying, I'm down, let's do this. Where is it at? Adam Rose, who wrote Huge Detective, which is a great comic book, which is actually the comic book that's right here behind me. I have a signed copy from Adam himself. It's a great comic about giants that are living amongst us in the real world, and it's about a detective. It's got that noir. I can't say it.
Noir?
Yeah. Feel to it, but like LA Confidential type story in this modern time with these giants. So it's a great comic book. I really am enjoying it. So we got Adam Rose, who's going to be lined up, and we're looking in January for him. Josiah in January also. And God, Richard Chavez from Predator, who plays Poncho. We're lining him up, not for next month, but we are lining him up for a couple months from now, where we'll actually sit down with him in person. We're really excited about that. David Mack, that comic. Cover. The name of the comic was a several series now, but it's obviously a graphic novel that you can actually pick up now. But it was good, wasn't it?
Dude, that was so good. If you haven't lent it to Dennis, you should, man. That thing was.
I got to get it over to you, dude. It's actually a really good comic, and we still got to do a separate review for him because I told him we would do that. But hopefully we can get him back actually onto the show himself. Yeah, there's just so many people that we've met over the year, over the 2 years we've been doing this, but over this year especially. Just a huge thank you to all you guys for supporting us, for just taking the time out to talk to us. Everybody at Golden Apple, everybody at We Can Be Heroes, everybody from Project Wish Upon a Star, which if you guys don't know about them, look them up. Darren and Veronica, I can't say enough about them because of what they've done for us. Like, they gave us the huge break that we have.
Yep.
So,
and of course, our friends at freaking Distance Nerding, because we wouldn't have met Darren and Veronica without them. But if you need to find Darren and Veronica, I did put the link tree in the chat. Just click on it, and then everything we support is in that link tree. Go there and support whoever reaches out to you or touches you in some way, and then tell us on the doll where, so that we can get those donations sent forward. You guys killed it. I was trying to lead into that joke slowly. You guys are like, what? But yeah, and then of course everyone who's not just Dennis, but Mike, freaking Desiree, Nancy, big shout out to them because they helped us out when we needed the help. Ricky and
Funky,
shout out to them. They assisted us at the con. So anybody who's had a hand or a finger, or you text us as something that helped. Lupe, because he's always in the chat. My little cousin Josh, because he's in the chat when he's bored at work. And a big shout out to my wife and kids because they do a lot for us. My wife produces in the background, constantly gives us notes. So huge shout out to my wife.
She yells at me. Jeez.
It's the only way to get through to you. I yell at you. And big shout out to the kitties that are keeping Dennis occupied right now.
Dude, yeah, sorry about that. I think they came through on the mic earlier.
No, they did. We didn't hear them at all.
Okay, good. Yeah, one of them was like screaming for mom, and I was like, oh, crap.
Next time I go to work, I'm gonna leave my Donner lapel mics there, and then Eugene can take them down to you, and then you can use them for whenever you jump on. Kitties, man.
Yeah.
So
spay and neuter your pets.
She eventually can't afford it.
Well, I wasn't necessarily talking to you. That was a
some
general.
People out there that need to get spayed or neutered.
I got a male cat and a female dog, and I haven't done that to either of them.
Oh, jeez.
Well, but at least you're not at risk of them having babies.
That's true. You can't crossbreed that way, so
That's true.
But
I don't know. We have ligers. I might be able to do something.
Easy there, Napoleon. All right. Well, I mean, shoot, that's it, man. That's it for us for this year. We hit 40 episodes. I think we're three shy of last year. Yeah. We're gonna hit 100 next year. Real quick. 100 episodes, man.
We're gonna have to plan something for that 100th episode.
Maybe we can see if
we
can
get as always, everybody, we've kept you on long enough. It's been 2 hours and going on 10 minutes here. So do us a favor, go to Linktree, support all those people that we have tagged in there. Hit us up on all the things you see at the bottom: YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook's still around. If you have questions, comments, concerns, you think one of us is crazy, the guy on my side over here, send us an email at thegeeksaga20@gmail.com. And then not next week, but beginning of the year, right after the New Year's is over, join us for the same time, same bad time, same bad channel when the saga continues.